And a good Tuesday to you, Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you as we get ready for what's going to be a pretty hot rest of the week. Yeah, we have heat on the way several days. In fact, high temperatures will be between the mid 90s and around 100. We'll also have a lot of humidity to go along with that, so the heat index, that'll be high as well. Overnight lows only in the mid 70s, so you're not cooling off quite as much either. This is going to be a classic summer heat wave, and we get these sometimes, but it's still going to be a hot one. So let's get right to it. That's a look at your 7-day forecast off the top, and then we'll dive into some of the details here as we expect things to change quite a bit over the next few afternoons. You'll notice there's not really much rain chance to go along with our heat wave, but there will be some chances for thunderstorms popping up toward the tail end of this, but not until then. In the meantime, well, it's a hot and humid day of weather. Even today was kind of toasty, right? Around our area anyway. We've seen a good amount of heat and a good amount of humidity too. In Winston-Salem, a little bit of a celebration for me anyway. We got our temperature back over there. The sensor had been down for a number of months over there, so that's an improvement. Temperature is 89 currently with a dew point of 68 degrees. So it's humid, it's hot. That's just the way it is. Now, right now across our local area, most of us are still hovering right around 90 degrees. There are some mid 80s here in the foothills, 70s currently in the high country, and something we should probably take a look at. A few thunderstorms have popped up over that way. We're dry here, and we're going to stay dry for several days. But looking over this way toward Boone, there is a little bit of a thunderstorm that's kind of been reforming over the same area kind of repeatedly. So this is right in the Boone area, kind of between Boone and Blowing Rock. Vilas as well is impacted by that. So a little bit of a thunderstorm, but again, you're not going to really be able to enjoy that anytime soon around here because high pressure is going to keep us so dry. What high pressure does when you have these big, strong, high pressure areas that make a heat wave, it's pushing on the earth, and that added pressure makes it difficult for the air to rise, and you can't create any showers or thunderstorms. So the mountains might be able to do it, but the rest of us, it's going to be slim pickings when it comes to rainfall for our area. In any case, you might be wanting to cool off a little bit. Here's a view down toward the Carolina coastline where things are looking great. Atlantic Beach is one of our cameras over there. We are looking at heat building our way. For today, temperatures were in the mid 90s pretty much everywhere. You could track this from the Gulf Coast all the way up toward the Great Lakes. Everybody was hot. You know, we're in the same boat as Baltimore, Buffalo, New York City, not too different from us. Everybody hot today. But that just goes to show you where we are going. This is going to be building day by day. And so for us, high pressure and control, it's going to boost our temperature. It's going to keep the rain away. It'll keep the humidity in place as well through tomorrow, through Thursday. So each day getting a little bit hotter seems likely to me. We'll have sunshine, of course, every step of the way as well. And we are going to look at this kind of being hotter and hotter every single afternoon. I mentioned the humidity. There's a look at the dew point trends. So we'll have that humidity right around 70 degrees each afternoon. And that kind of makes sense here. We're going to see that humidity, unfortunately, be pretty oppressive. Even once the heat wave breaks going into next week, it's still going to be very, very muggy. So you're not escaping the oppressive nature. We're not getting refreshing air anytime soon. We're either going to have heat wave or better chance for rain next week. And that's kind of the way we're looking at it. As far as the weather pattern goes, we're stuck with this, what we call a heat dome, strong high pressure centered over the eastern U.S., and that's going to be with us every step of the way through the next couple of days. And then it starts to break down. It will break down Monday and Tuesday of next week. And if we're lucky, that should allow for at least some opportunity of rain popping up each afternoon. So Monday into Tuesday, those are days that could offer up some chances for some pop-up showers and storms. In fact, looking past July 4th, going into next week, that middle of next week time frame, that's when we'll have some chances for some rainfall. And that does come mostly through those daily pop-up thunderstorms. So we'll be watching that very carefully going into early next week. But if we talk more specifically about the heat wave here and kind of where we're going with it, the heat risk is going to be building day by day. We talk about that. And here's the numbers that we have. I've adjusted them ever so slightly compared to yesterday. Let me go back to that one more time. So here are your highs: mid 90s tomorrow, upper 90s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the heat index is going to be in the low 100s to around 105. That should be about the worst that it gets for our area. Record heat is possible, not a guarantee. High temperatures will be in the mid 90s to upper 90s. That's where our records are. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they all look like opportunities to maybe tie or break a record high around here. And it seems pretty likely to me they'll at least do a couple of those. It's been quite a while since we've had big heat. We haven't gotten to 99 since July 2 years ago. And 100, this is the shocker, haven't been to 100 degrees since 2012. That's the weird, really long time one. On average, we get it about once every 3 years, but we haven't done it since then. So we'll see. I'm not so sure that we will be able to do it this week, but it's worth keeping an eye on. Things to keep in mind when it's so hot outside. Boy, does that car get hot. Car safety, top of mind, or it should be anyway. You just can't be leaving anybody or any pet or anything in the car. It gets crazy hot, crazy quickly. And don't forget about your pets either. The pavement temperatures warm up so much. Take a look at this. So as we think about the asphalt or the concrete outside, when temperatures are in the mid 90s, that concrete or the asphalt is going to be in the 140 to 150 degree range. So you got to reconsider those daily walks of your pet. That's just not the best idea. So keep them on the grass or keep them inside until it's a better time of day. Those are good things to keep in mind. Our 7-day forecast does include the heat wave, of course, and then beyond that, we'll have an opportunity to maybe get some pop-up showers or storms Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. In the meantime, take it easy, listen to your body, and be smart out there. It's going to be hot for a really long while.